Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Figma FALSLANDER Ronin number 549 in the line. And so yeah, you can see her there. We'll put her off to the side real quick because we're going to look at this box, which yeah, it's somewhat of a larger Figma box than usual. You can bit of a picture of the figure there. You got a big old cutout window for the picture figure and accessories, Figma logo and Ronin, and yeah, and you got Max Factory up here at the top. You got another picture of Ronin top. You got a picture of Ronin over here on the side. And once again over here on this side too, and yeah, also damage, and picture right here on the bottom, and on the back a bunch of photos of the figure in various poses and whatnot, including also warnings, got price, and also ages 15 plus for not for children. Anyway, she also comes with, of course, the baggie for accessories, the instructions and whatnot for the accessories and how to attach them and make sure you don't break them. And a little art card, which yeah, it's attached to the back, and you can see it's like concept art for this, and yeah, big old one right there of just Ronin. So you got all that. Anyway, Ronin here is a Figma, which it doesn't really belong to any one franchise. It's just some person's basically a bunch of original characters essentially. The whole series of them. There's like a samurai and a lancer and so on and so forth. So yeah, this is Ronin. I just thought it looked cool, so I bought it. I just thought it looked cool, and yeah, it does not disappoint. It's a really cool looking figure overall. You can see nice purplish eyes there. The haircut, mostly short with the little, I guess, long in the front right there. You got the black. You got the black suit there with this, like, I don't know, a 09 it looks like it printed there, and a little bit yellow and gray. You got the more of the deep, like the purples and burgundy, I should say, and like the rope and all that stuff. Down here on the skirt, some gold coloring there, some gray too. On the back, you got the tassels, I guess what they call it, and all that stuff, and more straps and whatnot. And yeah, some weird little shoulder things, including some little red burgundy dots there. And down here, you can see got the heels with a bit of silver as well. Overall, a great figure. The only thing, my thing would be basically the kind of does the thing which a lot of sci-fi and fantasy does, which is kind of the molded chest armor, which kind of looks a little silly, and also would be kind of this would lead to, if you get hit there, hey, guess what? You're breaking your sternum. So this kind of armor is actually kind of bad. Yeah, because of course it's a Figma. She's actually pretty well articulated, although some of it is hampered by the skirt stuff here. But she has, of course, a ball jointed head and also hinge, ball joint and hinge, so you got left and right and up and down. And if you do your play cards right, you can get a lot of expression there. You got ball jointed and hinged again, shoulder, so all the way around and outward and all that stuff. You got a bicep swivel right there. You got a nice hinged elbow, which goes that far. Of course, the wrists can rotate and hinge as well. You got a mid-ab ball joint joint there. Got all that. Yeah, so you got rotation and up and down. You got a joint right here on this thing. You got some more posability. Forward and back and all around, and not really twisting on that one. Also, I just actually pull it off. I think has the stand here. I'll get into that a little bit later. Down here, you also got this stuff, which can this is all somewhat flexible plastic and all separate and stuff as you need it to. It'll compress and separate a little bit. And this right here, these are all in a little hinge ball joint thing. So you got all sorts of movement there. And this stuff can move out of the way as you need it to. And these different pieces can all move. They're all in there's a bunch of joints up in there and whatnot. Yeah, you can see like there's a joint right there. And it's for this piece, and like this piece can move separately. These pieces can move separately, and then the legs right here, there's hips, although they're limited, you can only go that far out with this skirt on, and forward is a little difficult, and I guess there is a bit of thigh rotation, but not a whole lot. There is a knee bend. Again, it's kind of limited, and it's going to start looking weird, and the feet can hinge forward and back or side to side, depending on how you rotate that ball joint, and yeah, the ball joint lets the feet rotate, and yeah, there's a bit there. You just have to, again, you have to know how to, handle a Figma ball joint like that. And she can sometimes, and also the nice thing is because these things are fairly dense plastic and kind of heavy. You can angle them so that they just become natural stands. So she doesn't need the stand to stand if she has this. But yeah, the stand, of course, itself can, you got the hinges, 3 different hinges. And this can rotate. And this can rotate at the base. So, yeah, decent amount of posability there. Because it's a Figma, and Figmas are really highly posable. But of course, she's a Figma, which also means lots of accessories. But first off is the hands, extra hands. Which, yeah. Get some open splayed hands on top of the ones already on there. You got some closed fists, you got some gripping hands, and you got some large gripping hand and a smaller gripping hand. Yeah, smaller gripping hand, large gripping hand, and the gripping hands, and yeah, so different hands there. You have the extra wrist joint just in case the things go wrong. If it'll focus, it's not going to focus. There we go. Alternate face with the closed eyes and whatnot. Alternate head and face, which also has, you can barely see underneath the brow. Yeah, but she's got angry eyebrows. It looks, she's like bored here, but actually she's angry. And there's a reason for this alternate head entirely. Got an alternate torso and hips, I guess, because, yeah, just because you want to replace the skirt and everything, make her a little more mobile. The hat, which is really cool. The hat goes with the alternate head, and this is pretty little cool. It's got a strap and a little symbol and everything, a little vent work to look through. And a little tassel, which is, this is okay, call it very specifically, this is very fragile, so be really careful with that. Got a sheath dagger, which is cool. Got the unsheathed dagger, which, is nice silver and looks like a nice little blade. And you got the big old sword. This is a very large sword. Again, with the tassel, which is also fragile. But yeah, you got the big old sword here and the sheath that goes with it. Yep, there's accessories, and yeah, the sword and sheath do work together. So they can do that, which is pretty neat. Usually, half the time, it's like they'll have a version like this and then another version with this pulled out sword or something, so you don't do that. But no, this one's big enough. I guess I felt they're comfortable with straight up making it usable. Yeah, the sheath here, there's a little peg here, which goes in that little hole if you want to really complete the look. Again, the dagger, the sheath dagger has a little peg right here, which can go in the hole right there. Yeah, you really want, of course, to complete the Ronin look, then yeah, you got to go ahead and pull the head off. And yeah. Stop off with the alternate head with the flat top. And then there's a peg up there, which will peg into the hat. And there you go. Now that is looking more Ronin-like, in my opinion. The wandering Ronin. You can, of course, do the hat down and everything, and yeah. Yeah, I think that just looks really cool like that. Just as a display, that just looks, just by itself already, looks really amazing, I feel. And of course, yeah, both heads support this, just to good old separate the front of the hair. Yeah, the face fell out. But yeah, of course, separate the front of the hair and just take an alternate face. Put it on. Put the hair back. There you go. Only thing I find funny is because anime, this is one of the sword is so long and the sheath is so long that literally I don't think it's possible for her to actually unsheath it fully. Because look, yeah, it's like how far you'd have to unsheath, even with you, at full like arm. Yeah, it'd be kind of wild, but I guess because it looks cool, so this will just kind of let it slide. Yeah. Yeah. So The other thing is, of course, replacing the lower half, which is, well, pretty simple. You gotta go ahead and, well, pop this off like that, and pop the legs off at the knees, and make sure to at the knees and not, you know, at the hips, because the hips can't are on ball joints, so they'll pop off somewhat easily. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. And you can just put that off the side, and yeah, these got little things. I guess these pegs are there just, I guess, possibly make sure the holes don't, you know, get too small or something while you know, it's sitting on, you know, unused. You don't want the holes to get like shrink or anything. That would be bad. So those make sure to keep the holes nice and wide for the legs to go into. Same with this one. So yeah, there's a couple of pegs there, and then you can use those on, you put those in the skirt piece, and then there you go. There we go. And now she's got the suit without the skirt thing, which would probably afford a little more mobility if you're, you know, trying to actually fight or something. It's a little more practical, I guess. Although, let's see if she can stand without the stand. Yeah, there we go. Got it. Didn't look very good right now, but hey. So, go ahead and put it on the stand, though. Yeah, just real quick, just swapping hands, of course, really easy. Just, well, pop the hand off. Real simple. And then, this one, shall we use? This one. Yeah, this one right here. Pop the hand off. Pop the new one on. And then you can go ahead and, she's wielding dagger. That's the thing, you know, popping hands around is really easy. I believe, here's the thing. Okay, so there are specific open hands again. I believe this one is for holding the sheath, the big sheath there. And this one is for holding the sword, or yeah, these are both for holding this. I think this was for this row is holding for the dagger. This is for holding the sword, because the sword has got a significantly larger handle than the dagger does. Yeah, so you got that all going on. Only thing is, yeah, the problem is you can't just slide this in from the bottom, unlike the dagger one, because it's just, there's a tassel thingy down the bottom. As far as I can tell, also this does not split or anything. So that'd be nice, but it doesn't. So you have to, well, do the good old bend some plastic and hope you don't bend it too much thing. That's always a fun time. If I could just. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty much the perfect size for that. And this hand, again, let's see how big this grip is. Also, you know, these hands, I'm a little worried. I'm not sure if the peg is smaller or the hand is too big. But yeah, let's see if this can grip this any decently. Come on. Just doing this real quick. So, yeah, that's definitely for this the sheath. The only thing is, yeah, just sheer amount she'd have to, like how far she'd have to spread her arms out just to be able to get out of the sheath. It's a little silly. But still looks cool. So, yeah, that's Ronin overall. And yeah, also, by the way, now because no skirt, that lower mobility is a lot more. You have a lot more down, you know, I have a lot more ability, including that can slide down a bit to give you a little more extra kicking and whatnot. And that just popped off the joint right there. But yeah, you have a lot more of that, and then, you know, full, you know, nice bend there and same heels. But yeah, so yeah, all that stuff is a little more nicer overall down, or posability wise, just Because yeah, the skirt looks cool, but it does get in the way of posability. So that's a thing. Yeah, I like this a lot. It was a bit on the spendier side because of the sheer amount of stuff with it, but it is a really cool figure in general. It is not attached to any particular franchise or anything. It's just some guy's cool OC he made, and then Figma made a toys based on him. Trying to figure out if there's an artist anywhere on the box. So I'm trying to remember what the artist's name was. Yeah, I can't find it on the box. So might have been someone who works for Max Factory or something. Anyway, looks great. I really like it. I like the fact that multiple posing options, had plenty of accessories. I think it's like what it was costing me about $80 maybe. I can't remember, the exchange rate has been all over the place, so I have no idea. But it's not that expensive, all things considered, and I think it looks great, and I think it's worth at least checking out just from sheer aesthetic perspective. I just really think it looks cool. So yeah, I recommend it at all. The only thing that bothers me is maybe the torso kind of looks, the molding on the torso is a little on the iffy side. So beyond that, I like it. So that's it for this one. I hope you found this informative and entertaining. Hope you would like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitter. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1, and check out my coffee and my Patreon. And I shall see you next time with another video review.